Hi, I'm Marloes, and in this short video I'm going to explain how an MRI scanner works. Well, it works by using protons. So protons are abundant in our body. For instance, our body is made up of 70% of water, and water is H2O, so you can imagine how many protons we have in our body. Furthermore, there's also plenty of protons in fat. And each proton works a little bit like a small bar magnet. So think of something which is similar to the Earth. So the Earth has got a north and a south pole and it spins around. Well, that's very similar to a proton. And under normal circumstances, these axes randomly align, so it's a random motion. But when a strong magnetic field is introduced, such as what happens in an MRI scanner, they are no longer randomly aligned. Actually, you start to get like a pattern, so they align in a certain way. Now, this field is very strong, and that's 15,000 Gauss. And to put that into perspective, that's around 30,000 times more as the magnetic field on Earth. So anything which is imagined, like your bank card, your watch, people who have pacemakers, you can imagine why you can't have anything magnetic near an MRI scanner because of that strong magnetic field. Now, subsequently, so these protons, they are aligned, but then you introduce another energy, so you introduce a radio frequency. So that's a different pulse, and it actually disturbs the realignment of the materials. So they would realign either in a 90 or 180 degree angle. Now, you pulse this on and off, and as soon as you turn it off, the proteins would align in a certain way again, and it would release electromagnetic energy along the way. So the time that it takes in order to get the realignment in the system back, and also the energy that they release, that's indicative of what the tissue is like. So by having pulses going on and off, you can start to build up an image which shows you what the tissue actually looks like. An MRI scan is therefore particularly well suited to image soft tissue in your body, as unlike for instance a CT scan, it doesn't use damaging ionizing radiation or X-rays. What is complicated in an MRI scan is because it's very sensitive to movement. So what you will see is you need to lie absolutely still because any kind of movement that you might have might disturb that magnetic field. You might need to take a contrast agent, gadolinium, because it helps to better have contrast between the different organs or blood vessels, or you can see things like inflammation, so it does help with getting a clearer picture of what's happening. Now, an MRI scanner is very noisy, as you might know. So this is because you run an electrical current through a coil. So as this is on, it expands outwards, and then when you turn it off, it goes back inwards. So essentially you will hear these very loud clicking noises, and you have to turn it on and off multiple times during a scan, which can create some discomfort. Hopefully you've learned a little bit more about how an MRI scanner works today. If you want to know more about any everyday science aspects, then please have a look at this playlist where we look at, for instance, the science of coffee and of beer and anything else that you might be interested in. Thanks for watching.